What's up, everybody? You know what it is. It's another episode of The Rap Game. This episode is called Birthday Bash. It wasn't anybody's birthday, but somebody did get a present. Let's find out who. Let's get it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Warming it up.
Oh, snap.
This is a gated community. Please get the fuck up the property.
Hey! This is the one you gotta really grab hard. You gotta so forceful.
We let some old man trying to damn right. Hey, I don't like the title old man. Please stop. Please stop.
Yeah, because he's only 17, guys.
But happy belated birthday one more
16.
time.
Thank you.
Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
August 21st.
About like 3 weeks. Happy belated.
Hey.
Oh, because Nino wasn't here 5 weeks ago.
But I'm back, yo.
Wait, what's your name again?
Oh, hey, introduce him so we know who he
I know we
is.
gotta be there.
Let me get that introduction.
What's up, everybody? You know what it is. The one and only Rap Game After Show. I am your boy, your host, Lem Gonsalves, in the house. I'm super excited to be here. You can always find me, ladies and gentlemen, always at the Poet Saint all day, every day. Next to me,
Hey, I'm back.
he's back, ladies and gentlemen. It's
been
the
a
one and
while.
only Hollywood dream himself, Mr. Nino Llanera. What's up, baby?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy. You know, you can always catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm so happy to be back with my boys.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me back.
Welcome back.
Y'all disown me.
Yes.
I appreciate
We
y'all.
didn't disown you. We were just giving you one more episode. If you didn't show up, we was gonna replace you with somebody
I'm
else.
back, yo.
Just saying. Of course, we got the full panel here, by the way. The full panel's here. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Joshua Johnson himself, JJ the Intelligent. What's up, baby?
Thank you. I hope I get full credit for being here every single week.
Every
single week. The consistency is key.
Consistency is key.
This is what it is.
Because we're dropping keys today. You feel me? We know.
Shout out to a little something we got coming out. What's up, everybody?
Son.
My name is Joshua Johnson. You can always find me on social media at JJ the Talented. What's up?
Yeah.
I
And of
see you,
course,
JJ.
last but never least,
Yeah.
in the building, be your own dad extraordinaire.
What's happening?
Mr. Jimmy Vibert. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Panel, we back in action. It's your boy Jimmy V. You know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Be Your Own Dad. Holla at the kid. What's up?
Holla.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, we love guests on the show.
We do. We've had a nice little run for the last 3 weeks, right?
It's important to have guests on the show, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's important to have guests on the show that are #1 on the hit list.
And that got bars. What's up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have none other.
We at church today?
None other. Preach, preach. Won't he do it? Y'all, we got Lil Key in the building. What's up? But wait.
It's your boy Lil Key, representing the 410 from the Rap Game Season 2.
Yeah. And by his side.
But wait, there's more.
If you order now for 3 small payments,
By his side, we have none other than his manager, mom extraordinaire, Miss Nika is in the house. AKA Mama Key. What's up, Mama Key?
Miss Nika, aka Mama Key.
Yeah.
thank y'all for joining the show.
Hey, we got the keys. Keys.
We got the keys. We got the keys in the building.
Keys to the city.
Yeah. So first of all, again, thank you for being on the show. We are super excited to have you on. I know the fans are excited. They're probably blowing up our little situation going on there with the live stream, and we're going to get with them in a second. But right now, first of all, we have to congratulate Lil Key on being #1 on the hit list.
Coming for that
Coming
#1
for
spot.
it, going into the crowd, doing his thug thizzle. I'm not mad at you. And I'm excited to have you on. First of all, first question, what's it like in Baltimore right now? What's it cracking? What's going on over there? What's the mood like?
In Baltimore, you know, everybody down here showing love for sure. You know, everywhere I go, I can't even go out the house and
Snap.
picture without somebody recognizing me. You know, like, I used to just be able to walk out the house like in my pajamas, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you like you about to go to a show ready, because anytime I go out, everybody like, oh, ain't you Lil Key? Can I take a picture? So everybody's showing mad love down here, you know what I'm saying? The artists that's down here as well, you know, they showing love and they want me to show love back, because I was at the same level that they was on at some point. So, you know, I show love to everybody.
Word, that's what's up. So, also, of course, not only not being number one on the hit list, I think that we probably can agree, maybe other than Nia K, but basically being the most consistent person thus far.
Let me tell you right now, I've had my money on this man right here.
We know.
So shout out to
We know, yes.
Lil Key. He's been holding it down, all right? And I got to give my man props, of course.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
yes, as far as everybody else, he has shown the most consistency and growth, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And maturity, dog. Like when you were helping out, Jayla Marie this week was really, really dope for you to see that she had some things that she needs to work on or whatnot. But you kept her morale up, and y'all did a really good job this week, especially performing at Birthday Bash.
Definitely. That's one thing that you gotta focus on, especially if you're in a group. You can't focus on the negativity. You know, like even though she had her ups and downs throughout the show, you know, we're partnering, so at the time, the past is the past. You can't change it. So we just had to focus on the big show, you know, and that's what I focused on. And I focused on her strong points. That's why we actually did a dancing song, because she said she loved to dance. So we just got to capitalize off of every situation.
That's right.
There we go.
I think,
You know what I noticed about you, Key, is that throughout these challenges, whether it was working with McCaskey and having him try to sabotage you, working with Jayla Marie,
Which was
and kinda
crazy.
taking her under your wing, although she hadn't produced up to that point consistently, like in the top spots, is that you face these different challenges, but you always remain Lil Key. You always remain kind of this humble kind of guy who, very calm, and doesn't let anything kind of shake you. You don't let things shake you, whether it was the sabotage thing. You just kind of do what you got to do.
One thing, you can't let like nothing get you out of your character, especially in a place like that, you know, when you got everybody looking at you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you got to do is just keep your composure and just be you. And that's what people are going to respect you for. You know, I've been through a whole lot in my life. So, like, some things I'm kind of used to. But at the same time, you know, just being yourself and not letting things get to you is the best way to go.
and of course, when you have a mom like Mama Key,
she holds it
keep
down.
you in check. Mama Key, I want to direct it to you real quick. So we had that episode when they were performing in front of was it the Brat? Brat. We had who else? It was the gentleman, JD's father, and then we had
Michael B. Cox.
Right, Michael B. Cox, and you kind of went in on Lil Key a little bit, and I was feeling bad for my man. I was like, oh my gosh, he's doing his best. But I mean, there's also such thing like tough love, and you obviously know your son. Taking us back to that moment, what was the situation like in the sense of, you know, trying to get him? Was it you were just frustrated? Because it sounds like, and he said it himself, he's been through a lot. I remember the episode when he just, you know, he kind of broke down a little bit because he really wants this, and you could see that he wants it, and he's giving everything. What was the mood like when you were kind of going in on him and just kind of giving, you know, letting him know where he was and what he needed to do?
Well, for me I'm a realist. It don't matter where we are. This is something, and you know, and I'm glad you said it. This is something that he really wants. Mm-hmm. This is something that he wants to do. I think some people get it a misconception that I want this for him, but he wants this for himself. Yeah. And I know his full potential. So I know sometimes he lets a situation gets the best of his mind. And I wanted him to relax and just do what he's great at. Let me worry about everything else. I tell him that in every situation, focus on being you and focus on being the artist. Nothing else matters at that point. So I knew he knew the song because he had done it for me like 20 times straight, just with ease. Mm-hmm. But I think the anticipation and them not knowing who they were going to be in front of, he was so worried about, okay, who's Jermaine going to bring? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to mess up. And I just wanted him to clear his mind of who was going to be there. Who was going to be there didn't matter. Right. And stop focusing on messing up, because when you focus on messing up, it triggers you to do that because you're so worried about it. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of like one of those sayings. It's like when you think negative things happen. So I just know his full potential, so that's why I went in on him the way that I did. We keep it real,
and
you know.
One thing, just looking at the comments and stuff of people that week, you know, like some people realized it and some people didn't. Like, if as an artist or as anything, like whatever you're trying to pursue, you need somebody in your corner that's going to push you because they know that what your limits are. One thing I always say, like people say the sky's the limit. There is no limit. The limit is what you make it. So you know, like she's going to push me to where I can't go anymore. You know what I'm saying? So you need somebody in your corner to just give you that extra push. Like, you need to do this, and not like just like pat you on the back like, oh, you did a good job, or oh, it's okay. No, you need somebody that's gonna push you, just like a boxer in the ring. That coach over there in that corner when you getting beat up, he don't take no pity. He gonna let you know.
Exactly. I always said that I may not always be around. And being in the music industry, whether it's music, acting, or whatever it is, it's a tough field, you know? And when you get in front of these people, they not going to treat you like a baby. They not going to pat you up. So it's like, I want to prepare him for what's to come, because it's not a walk in the park all the time. You know, I want him to know what's really real instead of him getting out there and then he crumbles because he's not used to how the industry really goes, you know?
Agree, yeah.
I think that's well said.
No, it was.
Well
I remember that episode. I remember that weekend. I was like, yo, I'm scared of Mama Key. I don't want to get her mad. And then I realized, I think I said in that same episode or after show, that there are different parenting styles, and some people know how to when to parent and when to be the manager. And I think this is what's word for you, Mama Key, that you understand when to be a manager, when to be a parent. You can find that fine line without having to cross it. You know what I mean? And I think you're doing a really good job, nonetheless. Like, we see throughout, no problem. We see throughout the episodes.
I definitely appreciate that. I always let him know, like, just, I guess with me being a parent, I wanted him to know that mommy is not going to always pat you on your back and say, great job, son, because that's how you grow as an artist. If I don't tell you you're doing anything wrong, if you don't know anything is wrong, then you can't fix it.
Right, there you go.
Absolutely.
That's right.
No, absolutely.
Mama Key, you do have an outspoken style, but you know Lil Key and what he needs and how he responds to it. But I'm wondering if it came to a certain point, could you ever see yourself stepping down or stepping back and letting someone else manage?
If that's something that he really wants, I would. I want what's best for him.
And there we go. You just answered like a whole bunch of right there.
Reason why is a lot of these managers, momagers, dadagers, whatever it is, they want that to be them so much, and they push it on their child, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna take you there. But just like,
so you just proved your point.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he's in great hands, and I think the fact, like you said before, it is what he wants, and you know, he's the artist, he's the talent, and he's, you know, this is his dream. So you're there to support him as his manager, as his mother, and I think keeping that in mind, and for everybody out there that's listening and watching, I think that is the most important thing to do. It is the artist, and you're there to support them, you know, not take over and do what you want to do and live vicariously through them. And I think you've shown that well, and I'm glad that we're able to do that. I want to know from you, Mama Key, how did you feel about the pairing when it was him and Jayla Marie? Because obviously we know he was paired with him because, you know, Lil Key being a strong artist, a strong writer, Jayla Marie didn't write, and up to that point she was very vocal about that. Obviously, you know, fast forward, you guys killed it, did a great job. I thought it was super fresh, especially with the whole dance moves. I was like, Lil Key's getting dancing. Two-step. Get it. But Mama Key, were you worried because Jayla Marie had kind of been in the bottom a few times and was kind of, you know, on the weaker side of things when it comes to the kids? Were you worried at all that would affect Lil Key, you know, in this particular round of competition?
I wasn't worried too much for the simple fact that I know him so well. And I know his passion, and I know his heart, and I know my passion and my heart. And sometimes it takes different people to bring out certain things out of people. And I know me personally, I have a way of doing that. And he's a really strong writer. Even though she doesn't write, he's a strong writer. So he took into the consideration of the different things that she likes. He incorporated that into the song. So with me knowing that, I wasn't too worried, and I knew that she would adapt.
Yeah, well, like one thing JD like told me that like he liked how I adapt, because like normally with my lyrics, like they kind of, he said like they're kind of like lyrics that adults like will listen to because how strong that I come. But with this song, like it was like more kid friendly, and it was very fun how we did the dance moves and everything. So like how my mom just said, like I adapt, like I knew like that was Jayla's style, you know, kid friendly, like because of how her look. Like from the jump.
And especially when you know somebody's weakness is it's only a smart thing to do if you're paired with them in a group. If you already know their weakness, then build them up on their strengths.
Right.
Absolutely.
You answered my question. I may have missed it in the show. But so you wrote the lyrics for Jayla Marie.
No, I definitely didn't write.
Oh, you didn't write
What?
it? Oh, okay.
I helped her with it, but what we did was we sat down in the room. You know, I wrote my verse and like we came up. I was like, so like we should do dancing. So we came up with the chorus, and then that's when I wrote my verse, and then I helped her with hers. Like so like. I put in a few pieces, but like for the most part, I was teaching her
She
how
still
to
added
write.
to
And
that.
giving her
She
and
still
giving her
made it her.
strategies on how to come up with rhyming words. So like it was like partially of me, but I would give more of the percentage to Jayla.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and she has a lot of great ideas. It's just she needs
That's one
help
thing.
formulating them.
Got it.
She threw ideas at me, and like I didn't like I would write some of it, and then I would say, well, like I would challenge her, like you come up with this, you know what I'm saying? So we worked as a team, like we were supposed to, and I think that's why she memorized it so fast, because with her sitting there writing it, and with me sitting there helping her as well, it was already getting embedded in
It was
her
already
head.
part
So
of her. It was coming from her, so it wasn't something she had to just someone else wrote and then had to give to her.
And that was
like a writer.
right. That was gonna be my question. How did she memorize it so fast this time versus last time? But I think it was because it was right in front of her face, and she wasn't worried for when it was going to come or
entire
whatnot.
process.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's like a rap
Exactly.
mentorship.
Exactly.
The whole cognitive situation.
No, I think that's fresh. Let's get into the episode, and we're gonna jump in the back with Mama Key and Lil Key. But you end up going to Hot One. They go to Hot 107.9. Talk about the birthday bash, which is 10,000 people show that goes down. Sounds like every year in Atlanta. Huge. Hosted by the Dirty Boys. And then, we see Nia K assert herself. She speaks up first, very vocal. We see Prince freestyle a little bit. They say he's the best in the house. Would you agree with that, Key? Do you think Prince of New York, J.I., is he the best freestyler in the house up to this point?
I definitely think the Prince of New York freestyle is the best in the house.
Okay, word.
Nika, do you agree with that?
I seen that look, girl.
I don't think so.
I said freestyle.
You said freestyle, just freestyle. And so the kids, that's when they find out they're going to perform at Birthday Bash again. And so groups are formed. So it's Lil Key and Jayla Marie, and then we have the rest of the three. So we have Prince of New York, Nia K, and Manny, according to
to the Dirty Boys.
The Dirty Boys called him Manny. I thought
They call him Manny during on stage.
I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, it's Monty. And so the kids and the managers both have to collaborate. So it's not just the kids themselves, but the managers have to collaborate as well.
Right.
Speaking of that, going back to Mama Key, because the managers did have to collaborate, did you have any problems collaborating with Jayla's dad at all?
For the most part, I didn't.
Okay.
When the kids were sitting there, I pretty much, I listened to what his ideas were, and I gave my ideas, and I asked the kids how they felt about it, and it's like, okay, this is what I think. How do y'all feel about it? And let me see it. Let's see how it feels. Let's see how it works. And we didn't have any problems. So we actually had a really smooth transition, I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
Sure.
But we didn't have any issues. We both were open to hear each other's ideas.
Okay,
Nice,
great,
nice.
great. So, of course, the first group, which is Nia K and Lil Key and Jayla Marie, they're flowing cool. This is during the rehearsal, right? When they're rehearsing. The second group kind of seems to be struggling a little bit. Sounds like everybody wants to be the leader. No one wants to take a back seat. You got some strong personalities jumping off. Then Nia K asserts herself to be the leader of the group. And then we see Prince of New York being stubborn. And so I think we saw, it kind of prepped us to what it was going to be like at the performance. What do you guys think was the biggest issue with, I'll just call them the second group, with Prince, Nia K, and Monty?
You know how when you're in a choir and
Okay.
you're separated into baritones, tenors, sopranos, altos, that should have been the same situation with how they went about performing, where they were absolutely right. Even JD said it. Nia K should have gone first to hype up the crowd. You know what I mean? And then bring in Monty maybe in the middle because he kind of gives it that slow type of nice vibe, kind of laid back, that Cali feel that we always hear from.
Right.
And then you got Prince of New York, and all of a sudden just kind of just goes and just goes, and brings it back all together. It should have been some sort of science to the situation besides rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
And that was how they
You know what I
determined.
mean? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But except
My say on it, I think that all of their styles like clashed because everybody kind of wanted to be the leader. Because at the end of the day, there's still a competition.
Right.
So
Yeah.
everybody wanted to stand out the most. So you know what I'm saying? Like everybody like, no, let me go first. Let me go first because first impressions is everything. So they were paying attention right then and there. And you know, like with that, the Prince of New York never being during the show, he wanted to go first and show people what he had. Like he real confident. Like I got this, you know. So, but Nia, she like, I don't think you should start. So I think like everybody's ideas was clashing and nobody was willing to like
Compromise.
Yeah,
Compromise.
and adapt to anything. So that's where they went wrong at.
Yeah, there was no harmony in the situation.
Right.
You know what I
No,
mean?
there was not.
Back to the
Agreed.
choir
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, exactly. No harmony. And I think anytime, you know, and that's why I think it's good that these challenges come up, you know, that they're able to do because it really shows the versatility of an artist. At the end of the day, they're not looking for a group. He's looking for a solo artist. But you also have to work well with others in the situation because this whole theme was collaboration.
Yeah,
and
right, yes.
artists now
Yeah.
collaborate all the time.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
all you see collaborations, you see albums,
all
you
the
know,
time.
features all the time. You see albums put together with two artists at the same time and see how that works.
Whole tours.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
So-
too, I think I don't think they were taking it as serious just because they were showing footage of them jumping around, you know, when they're supposed to be actually practicing, and then even some of the managers was like, "Hey, you guys have to stop and actually get this down pack." And I think that overall,
Well, Ivanka, she was one of the ones she was talking about. She said that they didn't take it seriously, especially she's talking about her son not, you know, doing what they were supposed to do with it, and that was kind of it looked like the theme afterwards when they were done is like y'all didn't take it seriously, and you didn't put in the work, you know, to make it what it should have been.
right?
I think at that point they were practicing their audience hype up,
Right.
not necessarily just jumping around for the sake of jumping around. But
Sure.
back to what the original question was and what Nina was saying about the order of the group. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have put Prince of New York first because he doesn't have that experience to perform in front of a crowd. But I wouldn't have put him last either because usually that anchor leg is almost like track. You want a strong anchor as well. So maybe somewhere in the middle,
Right.
and you know, balance it somewhere between Monty or Nia K starting off or anchoring.
That's the hard part, yeah. But I mean, we saw what happened.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. Lil Key, so when we did see, shout out to Migos on this particular episode.
They came through.
Yeah, it came
That's
through.
what's up.
So the kids got to meet him. So I'll go to you, Key. What do you think? You know, obviously it's edited, so we didn't get to see all of what they said. But the feedback when you guys were rehearsing and then they were there, of course, getting to meet them. What was the best feedback that you can remember that they gave you and Jayla Marie when you guys were performing?
Well, after me and Jayla got done performing in the rehearsal, one thing that they told us was, you know, like, they was like, I need a little bit more crowd interaction. They put that on the show. He said, I need a little bit more crowd interaction. Like, and, you know, like, say more, like, words. Because one thing he said, know each other's words in order to help each other out and make it be more turned. But, like, for the most part, he said our performance was turned. You know, the dance moves was on point. They loved the song. Like, so everything, it was on point. You know, we had 24 hours to write the song and get it memorized, and we did that. So they loved it. You know, actually, Offset, he was like, you know, like, y'all wrote that last night? We was like, yeah. He was like, that's hard right there. That's hard.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
I think some
released that.
adults might, you
No,
know.
I'm
have
down with
issues
that song. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
can we
was-
play that at the beginning? But we couldn't find it. So
Everybody is trying to get that song.
Yeah.
They like, it need to be on the radio somewhere, like
Somewhere, yeah.
be a single. So like we like, yo, JD, if you need to
Right,
listen
yeah,
up.
make it
See
work.
what's up.
Jay make it work.
Yeah.
Can I
You know,
get
we even
that?
turned
Yeah.
it into a challenge. How everybody doing challenges. The little dance we got, Swag Dad,
Right.
Post Up, Swag
Oh,
Dad
right,
turn.
right,
It's
okay.
called the Post Up Challenge. If you
Okay.
look up
Post
the
Up Challenge,
hashtag
the hashtag,
on IG, you'll see the videos.
Oh, okay, word.
We might
Word.
have
That's
to
dope.
post up challenge.
Post up
Yeah,
challenge.
we
We
might
know
do
that. We
our
could
own.
had our own post up
Right.
before the
I
show.
tried. I'm gonna repost it. I see
Yeah. Don't get me started.
Right, exactly. So speaking of the birthday bash, Trash. We did see Miss Mulatto. She showed up, winner of season 1. So she performed. She did her thing. Lil Dicky was in the house. And I thought he gave, I really want to make mention of what he said, because he basically said to y'all, what we saw is to be yourselves. And I think that's huge, because anybody who's a fan of Lil Dicky and knows what he does, there's nobody like him. Right. There's nobody like him. There's nobody rapping what he's rapping about.
Dope. I never seen nobody do anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's
Lil
super
Dicky
fresh.
live is
He's
dope.
fresh.
Yeah, I've seen him live before, and I think
you
he's
think?
he's really dope when he's live.
So I think that was really good advice, because at the end of the day, and I think he said, you can only be you.
That's right.
Something to that tune, and that's true, because you're the best you. No one else is going to be you like you. So if you can just be settled in that and be comfortable with who you are, then you're going to explode. And that's the thing. And I think a lot of people, when they see confidence and they see that in you, I mean, obviously the talent. All you guys are talented. You're on the show for a purpose. So everyone's talented, but it's really, he's looking to see who's comfortable in being them and can stand out and really rock the crowd and be comfortable as an artist.
And I mean, talk about what was it, crowd interaction that Migos said? You jumped into the crowd, man.
Yeah. I'm like, yo.
That was dope.
That was fresh.
You knew that was gonna be good, and you got into the crowd's face, and it turned out to be perfect.
That's my performance style. I just never had like the right opportunity to show it with the performances that we had on the show. Like week 4 when we had to perform for the Brat and stuff. I mean, like it was about just them 4 and their parents there. So like I could show a full performance, but at the same time, like my mom said, I was trying to focus on remembering. Right. And then we performed in front of Snoop in the opening. So like I never like had a chance to perform in front of an actual crowd to show a full out performance. And that was my time, even though we was in a group. Like I said, there's still a competition. So at the end of the day, who stands out the most?
Hey, Key, I seen you jump off that stage and run straight to the girls, man. I seen you, dog. Come on, son.
He did do that.
I ain't mad at you, though. I ain't mad at you.
Turn out the most.
Right. And they talked about that smile from a previous episode. He was flashing.
Hey, go to
that focus group.
Energy. Go to the energy.
Yeah.
That smile. Unleash that joint. I know, that's fresh. Of course, when it came down to game time, the second group did not do well, of course, because of lack of practice. The order was bad,
and the song just wasn't hype.
And the song wasn't hype.
It wasn't, not like the first song.
I think it seemed like, and I'll question this to you, Mama Key. Obviously, you were there. I know that when they were performing, was it? I mean, we see this as a show. This is a reality show. They got to have some kind of drama related to it. But was the crowd really not rocking at all during their performance?
Ooh.
Okay.
They both looked away. They might have took some footage from their performance and put it on theirs.
Oh, when they was saying hi? Okay.
You know how they edit this.
Okay, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. That was the answer. That was the answer to the question. She's like, okay, anyway, next.
The no answer was the answer.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those songs that would get a crowd moving.
Right. Well, I think it's difficult too, because the crowd doesn't know this song. Everybody else that's performing, they're known songs, so they already know, they about to do my song.
Yeah, but
so
you can
do a
still
but
get
I'm saying,
a hype song.
When you do a song that no one knows, it has to be hype. That's what I'm saying.
You have to have that right chorus.
Sometimes your song has to catch everyone. That's one thing that me and Jayla did. We made a easy and catchy chorus that people could dance to.
And it was simple. It's easy to remember.
Right. Yeah.
But the dance moves was kind of already out. You know what I'm saying? We just put it together in our own way.
Sure. No, that makes sense. No, it worked. It worked. So shout out to y'all. Shout out. Congratulations on that. Let's get into this hit list and figure out how everything, moved. We all know Lil Key was number 1 on the hit list, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Lil Key.
We bang on that.
Hey, quiet as kept. I think Lil Key won it, man.
I think so too. What's up?
I see that. I see some chain around your neck. You got a chain around your neck?
Is that the So Def chain? Are you implying something?
I see it in the background.
Y'all better stop.
Hey, blink with your left eye if you want.
All right, so let's get into the hit list. So hit list, we always start with the 5th place.
Yeah.
And so 5th place was Prince. And I will say, before we get into this hit list, I agreed wholeheartedly with this hit list.
And I think I knew already. I was like, here, this is my hit list. I knew it was going to be.
No, I agree. This is probably the first time I agreed with every single position on the hit list. So 5th was Prince, for obvious reasons, not taking it seriously, going first when he should have fell back, and went in a different position. Monty was 4th. I didn't really see much from Monty. I don't think he got a chance. I mean, we saw him do some lines or whatever, but I think he was also, because of his style, he was kind of out of his element in a group. And he even said, "I'm trying to be a solo artist. Like, I don't really care about being in the group."
It just didn't flow around him.
And I think it was just hard for him to work with the other two.
But you still got to take part in the challenge
Yeah.
and step up to the challenge
Absolutely.
for Monty. And I've been trying to defend him up to this point. Like, okay, he's laid back. He can't be anything other than himself. But yo, when you're in a group and you're trying to hype a crowd, you gotta do some kind of measure of stepping up to the plate.
Exactly. No, that's true. That's true. Number 3 was Nia K, and really she was just the best of the worst in that situation. I think she was on the group. Yeah, she was just the best of the worst. I think if she would have led off, I think it would have been a different situation. I'm not saying it would have been hype. It would have been totally different because the song was the song at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I think because of her experience performing, she would have added that. And I can't remember who it was that said it. It might have been JD that said, if you started off, it's cool, but if you try to build up afterwards, you kind of already lost the audience. So it's very important to do that. Jayla Marie was number 2.
Right.
And of course she deserved that. I'm glad to know that she took part in her writing, so that's good to know. And hopefully, we'll see more of her, because I think she was in a slump, in the sense, because she was getting last place so much and not kind of fitting in with all the challenges, not being able to do them because of the limitations of not writing and things of that nature. So I'll be interested to see where she goes from here, because I think she needed this. And I think Mama Key, you asked her, you're like, "What's up, girl?" And she's like, "I'm happy." And she was dancing on the bed, doing a little move. So I think it was good, that she got that. I think she needed
a little
this.
motivation.
Yeah,
It boosted her morale.
I think she had the key to a top spot.
What was that, Mama Key?
It boosted her confidence a little bit more.
Right.
For
No,
sure.
absolutely. Number 1, of course, we've already mentioned Lil Key. Doing his Stuck Dizzle. So Lil Key, you get the number 1 spot, right? And of course it feels good. At this point, you're at the number 1. Where do you go from here? Is it just like maintaining? Because you've obviously had, the fire to be number 1 every time. It doesn't always happen that way, but now that you've got it, what is it like going forward? What's the mentality?
My mentality after getting number 1 is mainly trying to maintain it, because for one, everybody's gunning for the number 1 spot, especially after you come number 1, they're trying to take it away from you. So it's kind of harder to come in number 1 the following week,
right?
But at the same time, it's all in what you do, so you can definitely do it. Last season it happened, so we can do it this season, But my mentality is just to go hard every week, no matter if I came in number 1, I'm still grinding extra hard like I came in number 5 to keep that spot.
Word. And I think that's what you should do as an artist at any point.
No, definitely.
Absolutely.
You got to.
We do see a little blurb at the end after the hit list where Prince kind of gets upset.
I can't.
Got in his feelings.
He gets a little mad, upset. His mom's trying to, calm him down. It's frustrating. I think anybody that wants this, you never want to be last, of course.
Right.
You always want to give the best representation of yourself. It doesn't always work out. It's a tough. It's a competition.
And I was wondering too, because in a lot of his confessionals this week, his eyes were like red. I was like, oh, something must have been going on. But he was, he was not happy with what happened this week. Maybe it'll push him just a little bit more. I really thought you were talking about the line that he spit later on in the previews.
Oh no! We're gonna get into that. We'll get into that later. That was crazy. So I think overall, I was good. I'm glad that he's taking, because there's some things he's doing different, from last season. There's some things he's doing the same. I think this is different because we didn't see this last season. So I think because they are going back to that, there's so many collaborations that happen with artists that I think is important to be able to see how you can gel and work with another artist. So before we get out of here, we definitely want to shoot it back to Key, Mama Key, Lil Key. So Lil Key, of course, you're doing your Thug Thizzle on the show. There's 3 more episodes left, so we're gonna see how it turns out. I know you're gonna keep doing your Thug Thizzle. I want to say now, as far as the fans are concerned, what are you doing now that you can talk about that fans listening and watching can look out for? I know you talked about the dance hashtag. You can definitely mention that again. Anything else you got going on? We want to know what's up.
Well, right now I'm doing a whole lot of new music. I'm in the studio and out the studio all the time. So I definitely have like an EP on the way, and I have an album on the way. So I'm working. I got a lot of music.
EP and album. Wow.
Have you been in the Southside studio?
He gonna keep working on that.
He tried it.
I got a lot of music coming. So I got my album coming out. You know.
Okay.
Sooner or later. Also, I have a clothing line coming out. You know,
right.
It's just tame Lil Key stuff. You know, I got like got varsity jackets. You know, shirts.
Okay.
And actually, the jackets have like my face on the inside for the girls out there.
I know how you thinking, bro. Come on now.
Ladies.
Hey,
smiling?
it gets cold in LA.
Word.
I got like hats coming out, you know, so I got a lot of stuff coming
That's dope.
your way, you know. Also, you know, what else I got? I got a couple. I'm shooting a couple videos coming up.
Okay.
So just be on the lookout. My pages is definitely going to be popping, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
When can we get a song with Miss Mulatto?
Yes, you did.
What did you say?
I said, when can we get a song with Miss Mulatto? Can we get the two winners together?
I don't know. What's funny is I just was talking to Mulatto on Twitter yesterday. I said, because everybody was like, yo, you and Mulatto need to do a track. So I mentioned Mulatto
Maybe.
I mentioned Mulatto like, yo, I think we need to do a track.
Word.
And she hit me back like, I don't know. I think we might need to do that.
Okay.
Let's get that going on social media.
Lil Key, man, yo, can you just tell these guys here that you won so I can collect my money, please? It's like, I got bills to pay. Just give us the juice quick.
He's been riding with you the whole way.
Anyway, he has.
This juice right here. All you gotta do is just tune in.
I'm mad at you, brother.
That's that good media training.
It's all good.
Nika gave him that media training.
Exactly. You see, she over there nudging him like, act right, boy.
Boy, remember I signed that NDA.
Don't you say nothing.
All right, so before we cut out, we definitely want to make sure you give us your social media so people know where to follow you. Lil Key, you go first, and then Mama Key, you can tell us where we can know, because I know you turn up too. So we want to know where else can talk.
They just said that at the last show. You know, you can find me everywhere. Everything is More Lil Key, BMORE LILKEY. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Type it in on YouTube. All the videos gonna pop up.
Word.
Just Google it, man.
Okay.
Everything gonna
There it
pop
is.
up.
Google me.
You know, everything is there.
Okay. Mama Key, where you at? Where can the fans find you?
Y'all definitely can find me on Instagram at Mama Key.
Okay.
Make it real simple. MAMAKEY_.
Okay.
I'm on there. That's where I jump the most.
Yeah.
That's where you're at the
Just
most.
stick with me on IG.
Okay.
Then, you know, if we feeling fancy, then y'all can come to the pages.
Okay, word. I love it.
All
Well,
right.
man, thank you again so much. We
Thank y'all so
appreciate
much for
you
coming
being
in.
on the show. I'm looking forward. We're gonna see if my man over here, Jimmy V, is right. I'm gonna keep watching. We're gonna keep doing this. And
Don't let him get out of here without spitting for y'all.
Oh,
no,
we
hold
know. We
on.
can do that.
Mama Key, don't worry, I got you. We're just doing the raps, but yeah, we definitely gotta. But make sure before I'm have you spit. But if you out in LA, make sure you holler at us because we definitely want to see what's cracking. So that being said, Lil Key, take us out with some bars, please, sir.
Quick 16.
Sure, you ready?
Are we ready, man? We ready.
All right, so look, this how it's gonna go. I said, this that lifestyle I'm living in, I'm loving every minute. Good health, loving fam, got my city on my back. My life is non-fiction, all let's be the specs. About to take you on the ride, seatbelt, you better strap up. On that beat I act up, about to get my stacks up. It's a Kodak moment, the picture you better catch. Jermaine said I'm hungry and I'm ready to eat. It's dinner time in the A and I came to feast. Stevie Wonder can see that the kid is a beast. They've been praying for a while, all they need is a priest. And I'm good from the 3, D-way with the heat. My competition like India saluting the chief. I'm the leader of the pack. I can see him in my rear view. Couldn't see me with Visine in the clear view.
Yeah.
Fit clean with a chain and it's all new. Thankful for my liberty and I ain't talking statue. Leader of the new school. I can teach classes. Float like a butterfly and sting like cashew. Time for it come, I just gotta be patient. Killing every beat, call them ICU patients. It's so deaf that I'm so amazing. Old school swag, big tigger in the basement. Something like training day, back to the basics. This is a marathon, so tighten up your laces. Get them in order like braces, no spaces. Red pill, blue pill, all up in the matrix.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Oh. Get my point across without no hesitation. Gotta take advantage, no second chances, I'm ready. Do a lot of damage, I'm havoc, I hope you ready. Slay the competition like Jason with my machete. The champ is home, all I'm missing is my confetti and his key.
Talk to That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Goddamn. Hey,
if you don't have the chain by the end of the season, something's wrong.
I'm gonna give you a chain. Yo,
Hello.
yo, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Make sure you share this video, all of that, fans.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lil Key, Baltimore in the building.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to Mama Key, Baltimore in the building. You know what it is.
Yeah.
All day, every day. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Until next, we definitely gonna have you on the show before we out. Just let you know that.
Oh, man, and
We gonna have you on the show
definitely
again.
reaching out too. So.
Yeah, we gonna have you on the show again. Please believe in these next 3
Hey,
episodes.
thanks in
So
advance
I'ma
for
do
making
that.
us go viral when we put
Yeah.
this on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hello.
Call us and we got you.
Got it.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exclusive.
shit. I mean, like.
Red or green? We in the Matrix out here.
Wait, with the heat.
Yeah,
Then with like Jason with his machete.
Hey, come on, son.
yeah, that was hot.
That was
hot.
good.
That was hot. That was hot.
He was on it. He was ready.
Yeah. Oh no, he was ready. He was ready. Mama Key's like, you ain't gonna let him spit, son. You better let this boy spit and show you what he's working with.
She knew what he had coming.
Oh man. All right, let's get into these predictions and see what's really going on. Let's do that.
He just answered my prediction.
I thought the show was over at that point.
Leave out the
We know what's gonna happen.
I told you so. All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
All right. I'll start with you, Jimmy.
Man, I told you guys so. That's all. Low key.
That's it. That's what you're gonna do.
Low key.
Okay.
That's all.
JJ, where you at?
I mean, look. Okay, here it is. Lil Key gonna win it.
Okay.
Nia K is second.
Okay.
All right. Third is gonna be Prince. Fourth is gonna be Monty, and Jayla Marie is gonna be fifth. I'm calling. That's it.
That's
It's a
how
wrap.
you roll.
It's a wrap.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a rap
Where
at the
you
rap
at?
game.
Where you at?
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Lil Key was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's gonna get number one next week again. I still can't say who is gonna win because Nia K was pushed against something like this week. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to give it
she was
right away.
disadvantaged.
Yeah, I mean, she was disadvantaged a little bit. I don't want to give it right away, but I'm gonna definitely say it's gonna be between Nia K and Lil Key.
Low key.
Has to be.
Lil Key,
Overall?
Nia K. You know what I mean? Overall.
I have to agree with y'all. I mean, just what we've seen now. I mean, this is now the 7th episode. We got 3 more left, right? I think they're both on the trajectory to be number one. I think there was definitely a setback for Nia K. It's going to be interesting, and Nia K's a fighter. We've seen this before in her, where she gets to the bottom, and then the next episode she's at the top.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think she's definitely, reeling off of this, and she's going to try to figure out a way to get to number one.
Jayla Marie, though, I don't think she's gonna be fifth. If she performs, she has 3 more weeks, and if she does what she's been doing right now, like this, and if her confidence boosted up, she could stay right in the middle.
It's very possible. I mean, it'd be interesting. Yeah, it'd be
I think she'll
possible.
stay at the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere
I mean,
like
it's
that.
possible. I think this was definitely a comment. I don't think that this is now she's going to be number one
No, I don't think so
anymore.
either, yeah.
I don't think that's just it's going to happen because obviously the main reason why she was number one was because of the help of Lil Key. If anybody else is her partner, I don't see that happening.
Right.
So I will have to give that a shout out. But I don't see her at the very bottom either.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out with the two of them kind of going back and forth, on that number one spot because I really think that's who it's between.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. We'll see.
I'll be here, I promise.
He'll be here.
He's gonna be here. He's gonna be here. You know who's gonna be here? I'm gonna be here. My main man's over here is gonna be here. But right now, it's the end of the show. But we got 3 more. We got 3 more. We're gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you keep turning in, you're gonna keep seeing guests.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And that's how it's gonna go down.
Yes, sir.
You tune in, you're gonna get guests. We give the
we
people
got any guests
what
left?
they want. Well, I mean,
Let them tell Booker. You never know.
I'm telling you.
I mean, look.
just stay tuned, son.
Just watch out.
All right.
Just stay tuned, son.
I'll be watching. That's the man right there.
We're going to work it out. All right, y'all. That's been our show. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Baltimore's own Lil Key.
Yeah.
Holding it down. Mama Key, of course, doing her thing. Appreciate them. We definitely going to have them back on the show. I've been your host, Lem Gonsalves. As always, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at the Poet Saint all day, every day. Nino, where you at, sir?
Yo, guys, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera all across the board. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know who I want to see in the studio?
Who you want to see?
Queen Latifah or Jermaine Dupri.
That'd be real.
JD.
That'd be great. We'll see what happens.
Holla at us.
Where you at, JJ?
Anyways, Joshua Johnson here. You can find me at JJ the Talented all over social media.
Fell asleep.
Shout out to the Keys, Major Keys. I didn't fall asleep. I didn't know you were ready for me yet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you were ready
I
yet.
was giving you
This is
that.
taking a nap. Let's have hard workouts. Where you at, Be Your Own Dad? It's
Yeah. It's your boy Jimmy V.
Why
It's
y'all
your
fall asleep?
boy Jimmy V. Actually, I got a big announcement.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Twitter,
Where they go?
Instagram, Facebook at Be Your Own Dad. I just got down with a new app.
Yeah, you
all right?
did.
App's called Bid Chat.
Okay.
Go download that. Search Jimmy V. Come find my show Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays at 2. Go show me love. I'll show back, of course. And I'm going to always have you guys come through and make some appearances. So trust me.
How about
you'll see
that?
everybody here again.
This
Come
what we
through.
do.
You forgot something. You forgot something.
And make sure you comment in the YouTube section about what you like about the show.
conversation
We'll be sure to keep
going.
the conversation going.
Yes.
What up?
That's what it is, y'all. Until next
They
week, we'll
woke
see
now.
you.
Now they woke.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.